I'm working on having teams from the United States come to Brazil that are martial artists. We are partnering with them to reach out to new communities and new opportunities. They won't just be locally, but also in other states as well here in Brazil. One of the martial artists, Jason, he's a fireman, and he is going to bring a team of experts in law enforcement to help training academy that we have some context with, where we can reach out to about 300 to 500 men who are trained, police officers who are training to be police officers. Some of the training would be self-defense in an environment where you don't go beyond what's necessary to seize somebody who's causing a problem. Secondly would be awareness. And thirdly would be we want to share Christ. So we want to reach out to these men, and at the end of it, share the gospel, reach out to them. So that's a huge prayer request. It's something I've been dreaming of since I've been here, and having the commitments from the U.S. is huge. Also, another area that is in development is I've been speaking to David Zach with the band Remedy Drive. He is going to have me in contact with the Exodus Road Ministry that specializes in reaching people that are trapped in human trafficking, and then also establishing those people once they're free. So there is a federal police officer that he's going to get me in contact with here in Brazil, and a person that leads up the Exodus Road Brazil. So this is another passion of mine. In order to reach out to communities, we need to reach out to people that are also trapped. While I was gone in the U.S., we shut down all the classes. So we're looking at 7 outreaches that have been closed down while I've been gone. We wanted it to move forward, but we just didn't have the leadership in place. So as we re-kickstart Glory Sports Martial Arts, what we're going to do is put together a team of ambassadors that represent each location we're going to go back to. So that is a huge prayer request, that we can get a scheduled time that works out. Some people are saying they can only meet on one night, when other people are saying another night. So we have to come to agreement for that, or we're going to have 2 classes, which is not really doable at this stage. So that would be a prayer request. Secondly, we have some opportunities with some local jiu-jitsu schools that I want to capitalize on to continue that outreach. So if we could have wisdom and prayer there on how to coordinate some events together as we kickstart Glory Sports Martial Arts again. And then we also have 3 different martial arts teams from the U.S. That want to come and put on martial arts camps. So if we can coordinate that and get them to come here, that would be a huge boost. Whenever we have teams from the U.S. come and serve in our martial arts locations, the energy and vision just capitalize. It improves so much. So that is something I'm wanting to get started again. While I was in the U.S., I knew I had to be away from the ministry here, but that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily away from ministry. So somewhere between 3 to 5 times a week, I was doing ministry-related stuff, including seminars in martial arts schools and working with other martial artists. While I was in the U.S., we formed a relationship with the Gospel Martial Arts Union, and they have agreed, well, actually they volunteered to train me so that I can be a black belt within their system, so that we can open up more opportunities. That's a huge prayer request. I've been talking to them for years, and it's great to have this opportunity come to fruition. Of course, there's a lot of work on that. I was able to go to the national championships for the ABKA, the American Bushido Kai Karate Association in Oklahoma. Pastor Taylor was able to go on the travel with me, so we're able to visit several churches and ministries that will be affecting Glory Sports Martial Arts in the long term. These are great opportunities that I was able to seize on while I was in the U.S. Most importantly would be prayer requests. You know, you guys, when people are praying for our ministry, we can feel it, we know it. I love communication. I often say that feedback fuels my energy. So if I have people responding and talking to me, that casts my vision. It helps me to stay focused on what I'm doing. Secondly, we are setting up 2 funds with the headquarters. The first one is with Glory Sports Martial Arts specifically. Oftentimes I fund this myself, but what we are wanting to do is allow other people, whether it be churches, individuals, martial artists, martial arts academies, to help fund some of the outreaches that we are doing here, getting the gear, getting the equipment, paying for fuel costs for some of these trips. Secondly would be for Fight Club. Fight Club is our men's ministry that we have. Oftentimes the guys can't afford the books, so every round I purchase the books myself. And if people can pay, they can pay. But what I would like to see happen is that we have a fund available that we can do for a scholarship for the books that we're going to go through, and also to help with some of the traveling costs that we do have during our midway through the round. We do something special together as men. So if we could have people that would be willing, churches or individuals or what have you, that want to pour into those, that'd be a great way to help us.